Okay, so today we're going to dive into something that calls itself a complete operating system for professional service teams. Now, that's a pretty bold claim, right? It promises to completely organize how work gets done. So let's unpack what that actually means.
All right, let me ask you something. Does this sound painfully familiar? If you're a manager or a business owner, I'm willing to bet this one question kind of haunts your day to day. Who is doing what? It's honestly the single biggest warning sign that your current system, or, your lack of one, is starting to crack under the pressure.
And the symptoms? Oh boy, they're probably all too familiar. You know how it goes. A quick chat message suddenly becomes a work assignment. A promise someone made in the hallway, yeah, that's your only record of a huge commitment. You have absolutely no idea what the status of anything is until a deadline has already been blown. And look, people forget things not because they're bad employees, but because the system itself is setting them up to fail. And the result? It's always the same: delays and a whole lot of stress.
And this, right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. It's a really powerful idea when you think about it. The issue isn't your people, it's the fact that there's no coherent system. When work is scattered all over the place, even a team of absolute rock stars is going to struggle to get things done consistently.
So if a scattered system is the disease, then a framework for predictable execution is the cure. And let's be super clear, this isn't about just another to-do list app. Not at all. We're talking about building a reliable, repeatable process, an engine for your entire operation.
So, the TidySlot framework breaks every single task down, but forcing you to answer 5 essential questions. What needs to be done? When should it be done? Who's going to do it? How exactly do they do it? And, this one's critical, which specific tool do they need to use? This whole process turns every job into a self-contained, ready-to-go package. There's just no room left for ambiguity. And here's how that all translates into the day-to-day workflow. It's a really simple 5-step loop. Admins define the work just one time. Then it gets assigned, and bam, it just shows up in the right team member's calendar on the day it's due. They open it, do the work, log their time, and management gets instant visibility without ever having to ask, hey, what's the status on that thing? It creates this perfect cycle of clarity.
Now, this is a really crucial point. TidySlot isn't trying to replace all your other software. Think of it more like a smart layer that sits right on top of your existing tools, like your Google Sheets or your accounting software. It's the command center that tells your team what to do, and then it literally launches the exact tool they need to get it done.
Okay, this all sounds really promising, but how do you actually make the switch, right? The whole goal here is to get from chaos to control, and there's a clear 3-week plan to get you there without pulling your hair out. And here it is, a totally manageable 3-week timeline. Week 1 is all about discovery. You're just identifying all the recurring work your team does. In week 2, you start building out those jobs inside the system, linking everything up. And by week 3, you're ready to assign the work and go live. It makes the whole transformation feel concrete and totally achievable. And this gets to the strategic heart of why this matters so much. The real goal is to take all that critical tribal knowledge, the stuff that's stuck inside your senior employees' heads, and embed it into a repeatable system. This is what makes your business process-driven instead of people-dependent, and that is the absolute key to being able to scale. So what's the big payoff? What does it actually feel like when your team is running on this new operating system? Well, it's about both functional, tangible changes and some pretty huge emotional outcomes for everyone. I mean, this before and after chart pretty much says it all. You are trading chaos and confusion for clarity and focus. You're replacing constant micromanagement with real ownership and accountability. That feeling of stress and uncertainty, it gets replaced with control and peace of mind. You can finally stop chasing people for updates because the system just shows you everything automatically. And look, these benefits ripple through the entire organization. The business owner gets that high-level visibility and peace of mind they've been searching for. The manager gets actual, real control over operations. And the team member, well, they get what they've always wanted: a clear, simple list of what they need to do today without any of the usual confusion. Ultimately, it all comes down to this simple loop. Block the time, assign the work, get things done. This is the engine of a productive service business. When you structure time and clarify responsibility, execution just becomes predictable. The question is no longer if the work will get done, but how much more your team can achieve when they finally have a system that truly has their back.